All right, everyone. Why, hello there. Oh, we see people coming in. Hello. Hey, Lisa B. We saw Mita just start. Hello. Victoria. Yeah, you can write on here, of course. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hey, Becky. Hi, ladies. Hello from Germany. Hi, everyone. So I wanted to just do a live Periscope about one thing, and it's about negative Nancy's. And what does that mean? Well, if you're in any business or being an entrepreneur or your daily job, okay, it doesn't even have to be unique. We're talking about in general right now. So if we're talking about unique, or we're talking about your day-to-day job, or what about family in particular, or even friends, okay? So we're gonna talk about negative Nancy's. Simply, what is that? It's just negative people in general, and how toxic that can be in your life. So just as an example, yes, I'm wearing Lovable on my lips, by the way, so if anyone is asking. So when you look at your life right now and think about all the negative things that are happening, okay, what type of toll is that taking on your life? Is it making you stressful? Is it making you loopy? Are you crying all the time? Are you thinking that you could be the problem with all the negative people that are out there? And what I just want to say is I've dealt with this all my life. I've worked for many different jobs that, have made me feel like it was my doing. Like there's always a negative atmosphere. I was in a cutthroat industry where everyone was trying to step over each other just to make it to the top. Even family and friends, sometimes we go through issues with family. Sometimes we go through issues with friends. And how we overcome it and how we deal with it will essentially help us in the long run, So when we talk about negative people, let's just dedicate this to unique right now, okay? So for all those uniquers out there, hi everyone, let's talk about the uniquers out there. So I guarantee almost all of you have gone through negative experiences being with Unique, and not necessarily with other Y sisters because we're extremely supportive of each other, but you may have people that are saying to you, what, you're getting into that mascara stuff? It's all a scam. Oh, can you really make money off of that? Or, you're just wasting your time. Or I have many people who come to me and say that their significant other is not being supportive. Okay. And so how do you deal with these situations? Essentially, all of us go through this all the time, right? And I'm seeing a lot of yeses. There's always negative people out there. Okay. But your mental state will get you through it. Number one. Okay. Because if you throw out all that negativity from everyone else out the door, okay, if you decide to say, I don't care what people think or what I say, okay? If I start not caring what they think and start eliminating that bad information, okay? If you start eliminating those negative things, your life will open up. If you choose to listen to, let's just say, excuse my language, the BS, your life will become so much easier. I swear to you, when you start doing that, it will help. So I'm going to talk about a couple things. So we all talk about negative people, but what can you do to get out of that? Number one, surround yourself with successful people and positive people. Okay. That might be another Y sister. That could be your sponsor. That could be even a family member who is supportive of you in whatever way. Moms are awesome, right? Moms are absolutely awesome. They'll love you no matter what. So I always go to my mom for any pep talk if I need it. So surround yourself with positive people. Eliminate that negativity right away. You have to. If you don't, you're going to start falling in your own pit and you'll never get yourself out. So the other thing is, Have you ever heard of the saying, hey, surround yourself around successful people? If you surround yourself with millionaires, you're more than likely going to become a millionaire. Well, maybe not. But this is why. Because if you hang around successful people, you will learn the ropes of how they speak, some of the things that they go through, some of the, situations that they have. They may be talking about money. They could be talking about business. They could be talking about a lot of things. Those people, yes, they have, negative things throughout their lives too. But if you hang around with those successful people, they will lift you up. They will give you the ins. And it's really important to surround yourself around those people. So for instance, hey, I don't know everyone at Unique that are like black level ones. Okay, I didn't know them before, but I made it a point to say hi to them if I went to convention or whatever. And I want to be a sponge. I want to learn off of all those people. I want to learn off of all of them. So if you have a sponsor who maybe is not necessarily, is maybe new to the business, that hasn't been around a lot, go up to your uplines, people who have been in the business maybe a long time, and talk to them. Be a sponge. Learn off of them. 9 times out of 10, those people are going to be very positive in your day-to-day. Okay? They're going to be extremely positive. I am positive. I don't take any BS. If you take this business and do it with integrity, with respect, and with a positive light, trust me, you'll get farther in it. Because if you look at it, I will tell you this much, that I actually probably quit this business. In my own head, I probably quit this business at least a dozen times. I have. Because you go through so many negative things or roadblocks, you think that you can't take it. But the people who are the most successful are the ones that will take failure and return even more fierce than they were before. Any failure that you do can bring you back 10 times stronger in the long run. So there were days when I said, I'm not going to do this, when I thought, okay, I couldn't do this. And I just kept on coming back. The next day was a new day. I either talked to my sponsor or I would talk to other Y presenters who I thought were really positive, and they got me out of it. Right? We always want to give up. But the thing is like I said, failure will make you stronger. Perfect example, let's talk about Michael Jordan. I think that he tried out for either his high school team or his college team and never made it. They said he was never going to make it, that he was never going to be good enough. And look at him. He ended up being the #1 NBA player still to this date of all those different things. He overcame all that adversity. Let's talk about Wayne Gretzky. Okay, he practiced and practiced and practiced. He was surrounded by a big support team and positivity. And look at where he came. And we're talking about hockey here. I'm a Canadian. I have to use a Canadian example. So here are the things I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you 7 ways to overcome negativity. Okay, number 1, set boundaries. Okay, if it's within your group, if it's within your downline, you set boundaries and say that there's going to be no negativity, in the group or the way they speak, or even promote no negativity on people's Facebook pages. How many people see so many negative comments on Facebook, and how many of you are turned off by that? No one wants to follow a negative Nancy. No one. People want to follow approachable people who are always positive. It doesn't mean that we don't go through things every day. I really haven't talked about this with a lot of people, but my husband knows, and my mom knows for sure, that I have suffered with depression on and off all throughout my whole life, especially when my father died. And although I have necessarily never been treated by it, I think that I try to overcome it on my own. But the love of my family and friends is everything that I could even ask for. So set those boundaries within your teams. Set the boundaries. Hey, if someone's going to be negative, or your friends, and you're at a dinner with them and you've got all these girlfriends complaining about everything, what can you do? A, change the subject, or think about something positive so they don't think about those negative things. It's simple as that, right? So that's number one, set those boundaries. Okay? 2, avoid the complainers. Like we always do. We listen to all the BS. We listen to all the complaining. And I'll tell you, my mom sometimes calls me and talks to me about certain things. And I'm like, Mom, I don't even want to hear it. I don't honestly want to hear it. Why? It might be venting from my mom, and I'll listen to it most of the time, right? But in hindsight, what is that going to do for your own self-esteem that day? You start hearing this negative stuff, and that kind of puts you down, right? So get out of your comfort zone and say, hey, I don't want to hear about that today, or not today, maybe another day, and we could talk about it or whatever. And always put a positive spin on those for those people, okay? And it's always, always good. Right? Moms are the number one thing. So weed out the negative people. Okay, no matter where you are. For instance, if you're at a job and you've got a negative person or a person that, is always bringing you down, it could be even your boss. Okay, try to avoid it at all costs. We've all heard about killing people with kindness. How much do people get pissed off when we actually kill them with kindness? If they're negative and we're positive to them, doesn't it piss them off even more? It's true, right? Always have a positive spin to it. If you're gonna give them negative stuff back and forth, it's never going to help, ever. Okay? Always come back with something positive. Someone says something negative to you, you're like, well, you know what? I feel this way because so-and-so or whatever. And a positive spin on it, and maybe that person can get out of that rut also. Okay? Now, another thing. Number 4 is choose your battles. Now, yes, thanks, Megan. So, choose your battles. Now, let's get this out of this way, okay? Your husband or your significant other. You could be in a relationship with, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband. How much of it is a waste of time when you fight about everything? Right? It's a waste of time because sometimes both of you can be so stubborn and then you're like, what we're just wasting our time fighting on? We just wasted 10 minutes of our valuable life on something stupid. So think about it. Choose your battles. With my husband, I love him to death. But we bicker all the time. We go back and forth. And now I think about some of the things and I look back at it and I'm like, okay, if I'm fighting with him and he walks out the door and goes to work and he gets in a car accident, God forbid, he's gone. How bad are you going to feel? Choose your battles. You never know how long you have with someone, no matter if your significant other, your children, your friends, your family. Okay, choose your battles. You don't need to think about it that way, right? God forbid, okay, we lose anyone. But choose your battles. Is it really worth your time? Is it really worth the negativity? If that person wants to have the last say, that's fine. Who cares? It's only between you and them, right? All right. Don't overanalyze the situation. Okay, I will tell you this. So I've done a disc. It's called DISC, and it's by Tony Robbins, and it's a not relationship, but a personality test, right? And you can do this for free by Tony Robbins. It's called DISC. And what I found out is I am definitely a people pleaser. I don't like people getting mad at me. I worry about it. I'm a worrywart. I worry about what other people think all the time. And what I do is I stew and I think about it and I'm thinking, okay, is that person really mad at me? What did I do to that person? Okay, how can I make it better? What does that do? Causes stress, causes worry, causes unnecessary negativity. Okay? And until I start looking at it, all of us do that. Most of us women do that because women are people pleasers, right? We want to please our significant others. We want to please our family. We want to please our children. We want our children to love us. So when we think about these things, it causes issues. It stresses out everyone 100%, right? Now, that goes to show what we think when we post on Facebook, okay? When we post on Facebook, we think, okay, are we annoying people? Are we posting too much? Are people really going to like my post? Am I engaging enough? And when you stop analyzing things, all that negativity, all that worry, all that stress goes out the door. Who cares? Who really cares? If those people are thinking something about you, does it really matter? Sometimes it's actually jealousy. If people see you start being successful with Unique, and they have maybe something negative to say, it could be because they're jealous. Could be because, you're taking your children to Disney World. It could be because you're taking your children doing things. Maybe you're buying your husband a gift that you can never do. You're paying your bills finally. Yay! You're paying your mortgage. And guess what? Women, you're doing it on your own. You're doing it on your own. And sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes even husbands or significant others start feeling like, okay, if she's making money and she's loving what she's doing, there might be some negative connotation there because he may be thinking, is she still going to love me? Is she still going to pay attention to me? We know men, okay? Sometimes I can be needy too, but men love love, right? So sometimes, we think about these things, be supportive, be positive to them, reinforce the issue that, you still love them, that you're making this money, but you're happy. You want that self-gratification, that this is important to you. So think about those things. Emotional vampires, it's so true, okay? Now, 6, develop a support system. Sorry, my legs are starting to go numb because I'm sitting on them. So, okay, develop a support system. This is very important. So there are so many women that start this business and are very depressed. They're looking for something to bring into their life to make them happy. Okay? Whoops. Something to make them happy. And Unique brings that to them. And that's fantastic. But now develop that support system. It may be another accountability partner. It could be your sponsor. Pick 5 people that you know will uplift, empower, and validate you. Whether it's in your family, your friends, it could be your husband, it could be even your children. Sometimes a smile on my son's face day to day helps me. It supports me. So pick 5 people that you can either follow, talk to, or have, someone to help you with a helping hand. You feel down or want a vent, go to that person. Sometimes people just need to talk. And if you can be that positive light in someone's life, that's even more powerful than anything. We have a lot of comments and I love it. Yes, connect with each other. So create that support system. No matter, and I hope that everyone's thinking about this in their own life, no matter whether it's with Unique or not, because we do have people who follow here that are not with Unique. But if you really want that, to eliminate that negative situation or negative feeling, get a support system. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter. Okay? And lastly, number 7 is embody positivity. What does that mean? You choose to dictate what happens in your life day in and day out. You. By the grace of God, we are given every single day as a new day to live our life. How you decide to live your life is how you decide. That's how you're going to live your life. So if you decide to eliminate that negativity, take it out, spit it out, I don't want to get it, I don't want it coming back, then why don't you be that positive person? Why don't you embody those things? And the way that you can do that, okay, simple, okay? I wake up every single morning, and as corny as it seems, I always look up on Google, I'll look up an inspirational quote and I'll read one in the morning. Okay? You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be spiritual. You can just want to be a good person. Okay? And so if you read a quote in the morning, think about when you wake up, a lot determines your morning. If you have a bad morning, something's not going right. The coffee maker's not working. Someone's yelling. Children are fighting in the morning. You're hating to go to work. Okay? But if you read something that's very powerful in the morning that means something to you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to feel pretty good about that day. We all wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I do it all the time. Sometimes I don't even want to get out of the bed. It might be depression, it might be whatever. But if I read something or watch a video or listen to someone or talk to someone right in the morning, that can determine your day in, day out, every single day. So embody that positivity. Start off your morning by reading something, or even before you go to bed. Think about it. Sometimes we have nightmares. Sometimes we don't have great dreams. But if we think of something or read something before we go to bed, it could be your favorite book. It could be a positive book. It could be a self-help book. It could be a personal development book, or even watching videos before you go to bed. That's going to give you a positive reinforcement again, right? And we're all talking about positive thoughts and positive attitude. I love all the comments. That's simply it. If you take all that positivity on a day-to-day basis, and you really start thinking in a positive manner, good things will come. Good things will come in your life. And trust me, if you put a lot of positive and good in life, it will come back to you. It will come back to you. So when we think about all these things, being a unique sister is a beautiful thing. We are a mission-based company, meaning forget about the product. All we want to do is empower, validate, and uplift other people, right? So if you can embody those characteristics of positivity, you're going to have a fantastic team. Your team is going to want to follow you. Your team is going to want to work with you. Okay? You're going to be beautiful business partners in this great journey. And along the way, you're also going to meet and be friends with many different other people in this industry, okay? It doesn't even have to be in your own group. Think about convention. All of 6,000 of us, we're not on the same team, but we all look towards each other for support, for positivity, and we make new friends. So some of the best friends that I've met and throughout my whole entire life have been through Unique, and I'm blessed to have all of them in my life. So I feel it's my duty to also be a positive person, and not a positive role model, because I'm definitely not better than anyone, and I was white status and I was yellow status and pink status. That has nothing to do with it. It just means being a beautiful human being and loving each other. That's all it means. So I hope you take those 7 steps and weed out those people. Think about all the people that you think are going to be negative about your business. Don't listen to them. Work your hardest. Do your own thing. Forget about it. Love you too, everyone. And take out those negative people. If you have people saying you can't do it in Unique, what are you doing with Unique? It's a scam or whatever. Weed them out. Do not listen to them and say to them, I'm doing me. I love what I do and I'm going to keep on doing it. If you don't support me, then that's the way it is. I've said that to a couple people. But it has all come back in a beautiful form. So it may be with your husband, it may be with family and friends. So it's up to you to make your business work and to get the support that you need. All right, everyone. Love everyone. I hope this was helpful on a Sunday. Sometimes we need some positive reinforcement. So love everyone. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you, everyone.